Who gets to decide the minimum amount of money that you can make per hour? Well, right now, your local government can make the call, but that could soon change. The $15 minimum wage and new paid leave policies in Minneapolis and St. Paul are in jeopardy. A bill is moving through the Capitol that would no longer allow cities to make decisions like that, and it would be retroactive. Susan Elizabeth Littlefield is at the Capitol right now, where she says that this bill is moving right along. Susan Elizabeth?
Yes, it is, Amelia. You know, it passed a Senate committee this afternoon. Let me tell you how the so-called preemption bill works. Basically, right now, your minimum wage, your paid sick leave, that can be up to local governments. But if this bill goes through, those decisions would be in the hands of the people in the building behind me. Lunchtime at Ward 6 in St. Paul.
We have great cheese curds. We're famous for our Reubens.
But the boss isn't there for the rush. He's at the Capitol with a list of other small business owners.
To single out this kind of rule and as though it's some huge problem is just disingenuous. I mean,
the rule Eric Foster is talking about is a bill that would repeal the paid leave policy he helped craft in St. Paul to benefit his employees. It would also mean local governments could not enact minimum wage changes, like the $15 one in Minneapolis.
For the state legislature to decide to impose its will on cities like St. Paul, I think is a bad idea.
But it's a good idea, according to other business owners of trucking companies whose drivers make stops all over the state.
Now imagine what it would be like for the trucking company to track that driver's hours and activities and then ensure he or she receives the right benefits according to each city's ordinance.
That's the point the bill sponsor from Southeast Minnesota is trying to make. He says a patchwork of rules is flat out confusing.
And rather than being buried with additional rules and regulations, I'd really like to see companies focused on growing their business.
An opinion that was challenged by a union rep in an afternoon hearing.
It tells citizens that local democracy doesn't matter.
But the vote that mattered went through.
The meeting is adjourned.
Now that bill is moving pretty quickly. It still has to go to another Senate committee. Then it would have to go through for a vote. Then the governor would have to sign it. We'll see what happens. We're also told, though, that opponents of that bill say they're going to fight it until the end.
All right. Thank you, Susan Elizabeth.